The show is on. Good morning, everybody, and thanks for waking up with The Chase.
Your favorite morning hobby show.
If it's not your favorite by now, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But it's just another manic Monday, ladies and gentlemen, but we're back for another week of fun.
We're here to get rid of your case of the Monday blues.
I'm Troy LeCastro, alongside my co-host. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause. David Yarger.
Back and better than ever.
Back in black.
Yes.
Literally.
Finally, my Choose Love shirt came in after a month and a half. So.
Yeah, mine's in my backpack. I was gonna put it on, but it would have been really wrinkly. So, shout out Queen City Vintage. I picked this up yesterday. A little Wayne Gretzky jersey. Nice. Very rare. He only played for St. Louis for a cup of coffee.
Yeah, no, it wasn't long. It was not long at all.
Right?
That's pretty sweet.
Not bad. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You know what? I really liked your Bison's jersey on Friday too.
Did you?
Yes, that was pretty sweet. Hey, just because I wasn't here, I was watching.
He's buttering me up. What a nice guy. You know what? And without skipping a beat, why don't you continue to the positive vibes here? And why don't you give us a little Monday morning motivation?
Got to get right back on track because you know what they say. Success isn't overnight. It's when every day you get a little better than the day before. It all adds up. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
That was for the millions
and millions
of the Rock's fans.
The jabroni beaten.
I love The Rock. Oh my God. That guy could do no wrong in my eyes.
Nope.
So where the heck were you?
I was in Chantilly, Virginia. It was pretty sweet. I'm not going to lie. So I don't know if Troy said on the show, but I think I said it on Wednesday last week. It was actually my first show. And it was pretty sweet. First day, wasn't a ton of foot traffic because it was, during the day, not a lot of, time for people to get out of work and then come to the show. But I got to meet a lot of cool people. I actually seen Franco Harris. He actually, Pittsburgh Steeler legend Franco Harris walked by our mem booth in the back, and our table was set up for Nick Chubb the next day. So we had a bunch of Browns jerseys and helmets. And Franco walked by and goes, "Man, why you guys got so many brown stuff? So much brown stuff over here." So it was funny. And then we actually saw him walking out. He was walking down the street. It was kind of funny. Second day was much busier. Saturday, a ton of foot traffic. The Hit Parade booth had an awesome weekend.
Nice.
There was a bunch of hits flying off the booth. We had...
Was the pun intended there?
Yes.
So you didn't even know you were doing
recognize, it. But one couple bought one of the first round edition jerseys, and they got like an Earl Campbell Oilers autographed jersey.
That's sick.
It was sweet. Another got close to home. It was a Vegas Knights Alex Tuck jersey. And it was inscribed first NHL goal with his autograph.
No
so
kidding.
It was pretty sweet. And then another guy, I believe we may have the image. There was a Devin Booker autograph card. Yeah, right there. My man Chris. Chris came all 3 days and bought something from Hit Parade. It was awesome.
Did he?
Yeah, and he had a great weekend. He said he got some big hits.
You must have made a good impression on him.
Hey, I'm just good with people. What can I say?
He's a people person.
That same guy, actually, that on Sunday won a Justin Jefferson autographed jersey. It was pretty sweet. So he had a very good weekend. And additionally, at the signing portions, I got to see Nick Chubb and TJ Hawkinson. Nick Chubb's right there on the screen. It was pretty sweet. TJ Hawkinson right here, just a mammoth of a human being. And then on Sunday, I got to see Gabe Davis.
There he
Bills
is.
Mafia Unite right there. A couple other guys I got to walk by and see. Ricky Williams. Ricky Williams, I did not know this until this weekend. Huge collector. He was walking the floor, seeing all the vendors and everything. Great guy.
Hey, Ricky. Oh, hey, camera's on me. Hey, Ricky, if you're hearing this, you want to come on the chase?
Yeah, come on the chase, Ricky.
Come on the chase.
And then, lastly, Chase Claypool was there, so I got to see a top 3 wide receiver in the league. And then, I also got to see Tim Tebow. We literally walked by each other like this.
The man, the myth, the legend, Tim Tebow.
Felt like I was in the presence of a higher being. Like, I just looked at him and I was like...
I've never heard somebody hold Tim Tebow in such high regard.
I just walked by and I looked. At the start, my Fitbit, which is now dead, so oops, It was at
Hate
like
to see it.
It was at like 65. My heart was at 65. By the time I walked past Tebow, we were in the 90s, people. We were in the 90s.
You were up there, huh?
It was exhilarating to say the least. But overall, Chantilly Card Show was great. Had a great weekend with the Hit Parade crew. Shout out to Tyler Bielek, Deco, my man Mike, and my man Nick. We were holding down the fort there for Hit Parade. It was pretty sweet.
You got to hang out with Deco for a whole weekend?
Deco is awesome.
I can't even get Deco to hang out with me one day.
Me and Deco were having a great time.
Really? Well, good crew over there for sure. And for those who don't know, I don't want to out you like this, but that was your first ever card show, right?
Yes, it was.
I loved the height difference there too. Between Hawkinson and Chubb, you were way closer to Chubb's height than you were Hawkinson.
Yeah.
See that? Like, look, he's like right there, and then boom.
Yep. You know who I was actually taller than? Who was signing?
Who?
Tyreek Hill.
Really?
Yeah, but Tyreek Hill is about 2.5 of me. So.
You think you're faster than him though?
Yeah, all day.
Totally.
You see me run. I got him.
Runs like the wind, ladies and gentlemen. Also, let's get into the chat real quick. I see the chat is pretty active. Stephen M. I know that's Hoop. I love you too, pal. I might have to say that. I'm gonna have to say it like every episode now. I feel like you're gonna call me out. Hobo Fuzz, what's going on? Welcome this morning. We've actually got a great show today. What we're getting to later in the show, we're gonna talk about final sale on the LeBron Triple Logoman. We have an interview with the man who pulled the Mac Jones 101 Shield Auto out of Contenders Optic last week when it pretty much first dropped. And then we also have your Stanley Cup Game 6 review.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be an interesting one, eh?
I wish I would have stuck with my prediction of Avs in 6, because I would have been right. And I switched it to Avs in 5 like a beep.
We were right there. It just took one more game than we thought. It's fine. Yeah. You know, they were just, you know what? The Avs were letting them have a little fun.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, we feel bad.
As long as everyone has fun.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm glad. I hope both teams had fun. That's really what it's all about.
Spurts.
We like sports and we don't care who knows.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
All right. So before we get into all of that, though, we want to do Friday's giveaway. So if you recall, we ripped 21-22 Contenders basketball, and we're going to be giving those cards away. So that is going to be for one lucky Twitch follower, which we are going to do the random, and then we will let you know who won that. I can tell you, though, is Isaiah Munoz. He won the $100 credit to DACardworld.com as our YouTube commenter.
Sweet.
So yeah, you missed quite a bit.
I know. And you know what? I got to give a shout out to my man Stevie. Stevie was awesome on Friday. I was listening while we were setting up. You guys were awesome. You and Steve gelled really well, and Steve's basketball insight was off the charts.
I called him. He was a savant.
Yeah, he knew more about the draft picks than I think like the dudes that actually do the analyzing on ESPN.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I'd rather listen to Steve talk about basketball than Stephen A. Smith or Max Kellerman or just about anybody else, honestly.
I know.
On ESPN. So I'd rather listen to Steve talk about basketball. His insight was just unbelievable. It was amazing.
Literally, I made that comment about Isaiah Mobley getting drafted to the Cavs, and he had insight on Isaiah Mobley, and I'm like, I just knew that he was Evan Mobley's brother. I didn't really know much about him, so that was pretty cool.
Oh, he's got it all, man. So like, fear not, we are definitely going to have Steve back on the show in whatever capacity it may be, and if one of us are out, I'm sure Steve can jump right in and lend a hand. He did a fantastic job. So thanks to Steve. We're actually going to hear from him a little later in the show as well. We'll get to that. But I want to shout out Chelsea Dagger 06. Congratulations. You are our Twitch winner for this giveaway. We are going to be sending out to you the 21-22 Contenders basketball that we ripped. Please send to thechase@dacardworld.com. Send us your shipping information, or you can DM us on our Instagram as well. Please just send your shipping information. That way we can get these cards packed up and out to you. So congratulations to them. But yeah, like the crowd here definitely agrees with us talking about Steve for sure.
Steve's a big fan favorite.
Big fan favorite for sure. Him and Pete, man, they love him.
Mm-hmm.
They love him. So I want to get into last Friday. We actually had the distinct honor of having Hall of Famer Mr. October, Reggie Jackson, at our Dave & Adams store locally here in Buffalo for an autograph signing. If you look at the screen now, you'll see some highlights from that. And what an honor, honestly. I was able to chat with him for a few minutes. Really nice. Definitely, it was great. He gave me the time of day, and we had a good opportunity to talk about his foundation, the Mr. October Foundation. Honestly, too, I thought it was funny. We had a little chat about the Bills. Mm-hmm. He's very into Josh Allen.
That's good to hear.
Loves Josh Allen. Loves to watch him play. Thinks he's gonna do very well this year for us, and obviously, I couldn't agree more. Found out too, he's actually a huge collector.
Really?
Yeah. He has a lot of his own stuff. He told us like card wise, he collected a lot of his own cards back in his playing days. But he's got other pieces like memorabilia from Willie Mays and other legends that I think he looked up to while he was a kid. And he told us some funny stories about him being a little kid crawling through people's legs trying to get up front at games and trying to get some autographs. So it was awesome.
Did you get to talk to him about his awesome appearance in the movie The Benchwarmers?
I didn't. Unfortunately, he didn't have enough time. There was just so much going on that we weren't able to get to that. But I did want to talk about his acting chops for sure. Mm-hmm. So maybe next time, if there is a next time and I get an opportunity again, we'll get into his acting career, because it wasn't just that. I know he was in Basketball. He was in like The Jeffersons. I think he was in an episode of MacGyver in the 80s. So more acting credits than you would think.
I'm jealous I missed it.
Yeah, it's, you know what? There's always next time, like I said.
Okay,
You'll get the next one. Don't worry. I promise. All right, let's take a look at what's going on around the hobby. Over the weekend, we closed a historical chapter in the hobby. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The auction for the LeBron triple logoman finally ended. It came to a close. Final sale, $2.4 million, making it the single highest priced card ever to be pulled and sold in the same year.
It's a lot of cabbage.
You're not right. Or you're not wrong. Yeah, no, you're completely right. You're not wrong.
Completely not right.
A lot of ched there. Jason Hickey, if you guys remember, we had him on a couple weeks ago on one of our first episodes. I believe it was the second episode. He was one of the three guys that had won the triple logoman, and obviously he was going to take home a good chunk of that change. So I reached out to him last night. I was like, hey, congrats, and he said, thanks for reaching out. It's been a wild ride, but he said no complaints, and he's very thankful for the experience overall, and he really enjoyed it. So that was cool to talk to him.
Yeah, that was cool to get a follow up from him. He was a cool interview.
He was a good guy, just another collector, and that's we keep touting that. It's what it's all about. Is we want to talk to the collectors.
Exactly, get their emotion, get what they're feeling. So
yeah, that's why I'm excited for the national for you and I. I think we're gonna meet a lot of good people there that we've either had the opportunity to talk to, or that we're gonna meet there and try to connect, and then hopefully get them on the show later on.
Absolutely. All
right, next, last Thursday, Leaf announced that Ben Mathurin is now part of its family for the 2022-2023 basketball releases. Now, this is where Steve comes in. Breaker in the live lounge, if you don't know, I think by now you know who he is. He came on the chase last Friday, like we said, and he actually broke down his top 5 players from the NBA draft to look out for in the hobby. Mathurin came in at number 4 on Steve's list. If we could roll this, Tyler, let's see what Steve had to say about Mathurin's hobby value.
So number 4 actually wasn't taken in the top 5. He was still a high pick. He was the 6th overall pick. And if you've listened to my streams or any of my kind of analysis of basketball, I've been raving about Ben Mathurin from Arizona from the start. When I look at Ben Mathurin, I think he is DeMar DeRozan, essentially. I think he can get to DeMar DeRozan. He's 6'6", 205, and he's just muscle. This guy is strong. He has thrown down some of the most vicious dunks.
So there he is. Like I said, Steve with some expert knowledge on all that stuff. So that was amazing. Obviously, keep an eye out for Matherin in the upcoming Leaf products. I'm sure we'll see him in some other stuff too. Probably, I know, like Bowman University, like I said. Maybe we'll probably see him in the next one. And obviously, the upcoming Panini releases too, obviously.
Yep.
Got to make sure we keep an eye out
for his
that.
rookies.
All right, so I was thinking, what better way to kind of wash away the Monday morning blues than for us to rip?
Hey, heck yeah.
And actually, perfectly placed right next to my Chase Cup that David was so nice to craft me here. It was real craftsmanship. I've got
David Da Vinci.
Ooh. Hashtag David Da Vinci. So what we've got here is a box. As you know, it's one pack. So a pack of the new Contenders Optic football. We're going to give it a try. For this one lucky YouTube commenter or Twitch chatter will win the box and obviously the contents inside of it and what we pull. Also, make sure you're telling us what you'd like to see us talk about on the show or what you like about the show. And make sure you're using the keyword Denny's.
This is a grand slam of a giveaway.
What's up, Denny's? What is up, Denny's?
What the is up?
If you guys know that reference, I commend you.
Please tell me you
tip of the hat if you know that reference.
Yeah. What's up, Denny's?
What's up, Denny's? All right, let's go ahead and give it a rip. Meerkat dear,
it's time.
It's time. Screamed in the mic. Sorry, everybody's ears. Thank you, Meerkat.
Yes, Meerkat.
Round of applause.
Meerkat had a fun weekend.
Troy is to breaking what Denny's is to fine dining.
Troy,
take that how you will.
Meerkat had a fun weekend.
Oh, we'll talk about that later in the show.
Yeah.
He did. He had a good time.
Yeah.
I see him smirking over there.
Like you said.
Don't think I can't see you.
Like you said earlier, as long as everyone had fun.
I just want both teams to have fun. You know? All right, let's go ahead and give it a rip. Ah, yes, Tyler, thank you for the overhead camera. Oh, look, you guys can totally see my notes.
That's actually the script. Don't be fooled, people.
I know, right? All right, here we go. I'm excited. Oh, Jess says, Troy, if you don't take me to Denny's soon, we're fighting. Well, I definitely want to avoid a fight with you, Jess, because I think you kick my butt, if I'm being completely honest. So there you go. We'll pick that up later.
Someone will get that.
Cleanup crew, which is us. Yes, I love the Lonely Island references. Yes, hence why I said we like sports and we don't care who knows. All right. Oh, I like that. T-Puck says, how about a show talking about grading companies and compare? Yeah, could be an interesting topic there for sure. All right, season ticket, Joe Burrow. Tylon Wallace, rookie. Okay, out of 99. What do we got here? There you go. How about a rookie ticket auto? Bleh. That is of Richie Grant for the Falcons. Out of 99, Michael Carter.
That's a good one.
That is a good one, although I know they just got... who did they draft?
Breece Hall.
Breece Hall, thank you. So I know they'll be kind of sharing the load there, but I know he was... he has high potential, I've been told. Shout out Luke, huge Jets fan, so he had mentioned that to me. Javonte Williams.
Not bad.
Right there. And then we've got the Jamar Chase Kyle Pitts.
That's pretty cool.
So nice. Thanks, T-Pucks. T-Pucks loves the show, so that's a prism right there. Pretty good one. So we'll make sure we get all that sleeved up. Reminder, you have to be a Twitch chatter or a YouTube commenter using the keyword Denny's to get in on this giveaway.
What's up, Denny's?
What's up, Denny's? Now, speaking of Contenders Optic Football, a video caught my eye last week as I was scrolling through IG, as I do.
Yes.
Of course.
As we both do.
Mark Gronek over at Mark's Card Shop in Illinois, he ended up with what he called the pull of a lifetime. Tyler, could we take a look at that reaction, please?
Roll the film.
Contenders Optic release day. It's time to have some fun. We had to pick between, we had to find Justin Fields. We think we found him. All right, here we go. Here goes nothing. Oh, at least there's a pack in there. I saw a video of Contenders Optic first off the line earlier. Breaker, pulled a box, no pack. Come on, man. All right, here we go. Gold vinyl. Come on, baby. This is fresh. This is fresh, man. Okay, we got a Zachy on the back. We got a Zachy on the back. His last card, an auto. You know, Brett? Ooh, it's a Zach Lance out of 75 with a nasty print line. All right. Thanks, Panini. Saquon. Michael. Oh, disgusting. 1 of 1, Mac Jones. 1 of 1, Mac Jones! 1 of 1, Mac Jones! We eat, dog. We eat every day. I told you that was the one. Just show the people. Oh my God. Mark. Brett, you know that's magic, baby. Woo! I said one time.
Oh my
I
God.
said one time. I said.
It's an absolutely gorgeous card.
That's magic, baby.
That's Mac magic right there.
Oh, man. These Mac cards are getting crazy.
I feel like we're becoming the Mac Jones show.
There is a lot of Mac Jones we've been talking about.
It definitely seems that way. Like I said, but like it's not on purpose. That's just like I'm seeing these things on Instagram. That's what's getting pulled.
That's what's getting pulled, and that's where the value is right now in Mac Jones.
Well,
cards.
right. And the reason I was so impressed by that one is, once again, just like when we talked to Mojo.
Yeah, Doug. Yeah.
That was literally hours after Flawless came out. I'm pretty sure that it was the same case with Mark, where it was like right as the product was coming out, he decided to rip that, and obviously it paid off for him in the end. It was amazing.
Yeah, and my biggest thing is I feel like we keep seeing more and more Mac Jones, and remember what Doug said on our interview with Mojo, where he wondered if Trevor Lawrence could be, valued higher than Mac Jones, but it seems like Mac Jones, and I will say it's probably because he plays for the Patriots.
Yeah.
It seems like Mac Jones' value is a lot higher than Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, if you look at it in terms of record, Mac Jones obviously put up a better showing in his first season than Trevor did, but I feel like Trevor still has a ton of upside, and I feel like the Jags did attempt to make some moves to kind of put him in the right direction. So I guess we'll kind of have to see what he does in that sophomore year. But, I never judge guys until their third year, I feel like.
Yeah.
The third year is that real, because that was, Allen's, not to always bring it back to Josh Allen, but that was his breakout year.
Yep. And this year, this will be Tua's third year.
Yeah.
So
like we were talking.
So it's really his make or break year. And, you got to see what he can do with Tyreek Hill and some other weapons. So
yeah, 100%. So we've actually got a special treat for you right now. Mark Gronek. He is standing by, ladies and gentlemen, to actually talk to us about this Mac Jones 101. I'm really excited for this one, and I know he was too. So good morning, Mark.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Outstanding. Troy, David, thanks for having me on.
Absolutely.
Thanks for being on. We appreciate you. I know you're Central Time, so thanks for getting on with us a little earlier.
A little bit of this, and we're okay. A little bit of
there you go. It's always the Java, especially on a Monday. Hopefully that's an extra large one for you.
Yeah, exactly. This will be number one of many, and thankfully we're closed on Monday, so it's all fun today. It's all fun and games.
Good for you. There you go. So you can kind of take a nap if you want to. You could allot some time for that.
Could go hang out with Mac. Just go take a nap, chill.
The old Mac nap.
Yeah, exactly. A little Mac nap.
So I want to get started here. I like to kind of ask this question to everybody as a good transition into the interview is, I want to know, how did you get your start in the hobby? Did you collect growing up?
Yes, absolutely. My dad got me in the 90s. So I have fond memories going to the local card shop, the Unicorn. The Unicorn in Villa Park, which is just, we all have our memory of our local, our LCS, and it's just brings back so many great memories, or ripping a retail pack, while waiting in line while we're checking out. But I was all in on the 90s. Hanging out with neighborhood kids, making trades, got out like most people, and then got back in about 5 years ago. So it's been a whirlwind.
So I'm curious, what brought you back into it then? I know you probably had those years where it's like, the teenage years and that. What got you back into it then?
Definitely. I mean, it's everyone has their, unique story, how they got back in. And like, for me, I saw some videos on social media and was like, wow, these products are really good looking. This is kind of a unique thing. There's a community around it. There's some hype. So people got back in with the pandemic, of course, but I just got back in, like I said, 2018. I remember going to the local card shop, getting a box of 2018 Court Kings for like a couple $100. And it was just like, I was sucked in from that point on. I was like, this is too cool. And it took a little bit to get like hardcore, like you want to own a shop level. But I definitely got in, and the rest is history.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us, Mark. I just got to ask you, what is your favorite part of this hobby?
My most favorite part of this hobby is the people and the community. I know that's like cliche and probably the answer 99.9% of people will give, but it's the truth. I'm not trying to rip cards to go hang out in my basement and look at them. I want to show people at the shop. I want to post it on social media. Some hits, are good enough where you don't have to tell people, they see it, that doesn't happen very often, but just the act of sharing in a group text, a steal you got at the card show, or, a big trade you just made. It's all about us. It's about us. And without people coming into the shop or going to card shows, it just wouldn't matter. It'd just be expensive cardboard. So there's meaning behind it because there's people behind it.
Yeah, that kind of resonates with me, because that card show over the weekend, I'm telling you, it wasn't the product and seeing what people were getting. It was just the conversations and people showing me what they were getting, and just like somebody brought up, I know it's memorabilia, not cards, but somebody brought up a Hall of Fame jacket with 90 signatures on it.
Yeah,
all Hall of Fame players, and it just sparked a unique conversation that was completely awesome.
Yeah, and I think that's it. It is. I would agree with you too, Mark. That I don't think that is cliche. It is. It's so much the camaraderie. I had a similar conversation this past weekend where that's something I miss. Is I've missed that interaction. That in-person interaction, talking about cards and just shooting the breeze. And because a lot of times that ends up evolving into other conversations, not just about cards. Family or just different hobbies or different interests that you have. So I couldn't agree more. And, I think that leads into my next question too, is now I want to know, where was your inspiration to open your shop?
So anyone who knows me knows I've always wanted to own a business. I was the kid who watched every Shark Tank in high school. I just would talk about it with all my friends, and then 10, 11, 12 years of real life pass after college. You're on your seventh sales job, and you're like, pandemic hits, and it's like, what? Now or never. To marry sports and cards together to be the business that I chose. I had a million different routes I was about to take throughout the last decade. I want to open this business or this business. None of them happened because the passion wasn't really there. As soon as this started to come to fruition, I had that small window of opportunity and I went for it. Like, the rest is history. I don't even like social media. I do videos for my business. This is like, I'm all in because I want to be, I care. And it's awesome. I'm so glad I made the decision to open.
Yeah, it just takes one spark of inspiration to start something huge.
That's it.
And I got to ask now, how long has your shop been open?
It's been open for just about a year. Actually, we hit our year anniversary on June 1st. And it's a lot different this June than it was last June, let me tell you, because the first 5-6 months, it's, mainly me. And it's just going there 6 days a week, putting in the time, just learning, because again, I'm still learning every day. There's no, point where you're just done learning in anything you do. So it's just coming in, but it's got a little more exciting, since we've really turned into the new year. It's been literally just, the numbers are up, the people coming in are up. We're doing more social media. Everything is just compounding, and it's I'm just so grateful to be in the position to go to the shop every day and work. It's awesome.
That's incredible. it's so good to hear that. Like, honestly, it's just so pure. I really appreciate that. And, you know, what I want to know is, with you being so passionate and talking like that, is what kind of experience do you want your customers to have when they walk through your shop doors?
It's huge. At Mark's Card Shop, like I try and tell this to some of our great employees, Greg, Sean, Josh, and Ryan. You know, it's all about the experience. It's like we go there every day, and people are going to come in there because they're getting away from whatever they're doing, or maybe they're just coming in for a transaction. But either way, want to treat them, you know, and show them a good time. And as soon as you come through the door at the shop, we say hello, we greet you. If it's just me and, you know, it's only a 625 square foot shop. So if it's just me and I'm across the shop working a trade, I'm going to yell across the place, welcome, come on in. Let me know if you have any questions. And we have new collectors welcome right on the glass, right outside our front door, out the window next to our front door. And it's because we want people to feel comfortable. You know, I understand the experience you can get at most card shops is going to be, it's like a museum. They have way more product. They've got a lot of things going on, but I saw a spot improving the service and the customer service and going after that and saying, hey, we're going to give a free pack with every kid's first purchase. You know, we're going to do trade nights. We're just going to do random videos where we just give away packs or non-videos. I mean, there's been probably more non-video giveaways than there have been video giveaways. So it's have fun and create a great experience so people want to keep coming back. And we also give away free top loaders and sleeves when you open a pack in our shop. So again, I just try and think of every little thing, even if it loses us money sometimes. It's just about a great experience. So I'm glad you brought that up.
That's awesome, Mark. You know, we've heard a lot about your passion for the hobby and, you know, how much it means to you. But let's dig deep. Let's talk about this Mac Jones pull. Troy and I are interested. So you got to take us through, you know, we've been talking a lot about Mac lately. Take us through that day at the shop. You know, what made you decide to rip that box, that very box?
Yes, absolutely. This is the coolest thing because usually I'm watching the YouTube videos around card porn, going through. This is so amazing when I'm like the subject. I'm like, this is hilarious. First off, you never think you're gonna rip the big one. So one, it's cool if you have someone filming it. That was just impromptu, but like, you never think you're gonna rip the big one, and then you do. That video is going out. So, you know, mind your P's and Q's. But to start from the beginning of the day, I didn't want to go into the shop that day. I know that's counterintuitive to everything I just said. It's coming off a little bit of a cold. My guy who was supposed to be in the shop that day was also sick, so he couldn't be there. As an owner, get used to it. There's no one to call. So I had to go in. Again, I was just a little sluggish. I wanted to work on the business that day, not necessarily in the business. So, long story short, the UPS guy comes in. He brings my distribution order. Now, for most people, they understand if you're a year into the hobby and you don't have, you know, millions in capital or hundreds of thousands of capital to buy product, you're basically, you know, paying into a system and you're getting a little bit of new release back every time a new product comes out. So for Contenders Optic, I had 6 total boxes. Which is the best part because like half the speculation around cases and what case didn't have a case. I had 6 boxes delivered from UPS, and because the store is small, we've only got 4 or 5 people in there. They saw the whole thing. We literally opened the box, and you know, in a fun way, I do this pretty much every time. I'm like, that's the box, $100,000 card, one time in that box. And I have God as my witness, 3 other people there. They're just like, one guy agreed with me. One kid said Mac Jones is a backup because, and he had no clue that card was coming, but he said Mac Jones is a backup. I have to think that energy helped me out. And then the third guy pointed to a different box. Long story short, I dismissed everyone. I said, nope, that's the box. Put it in front of me. Said Keno, who doesn't even work there, said, roll the camera. The rest is history, man. I mean, again, I do this pretty much every time a new release comes out because we get 4 or 5 boxes. I like to rip. I'll rip a box. It's good promotion. We'll throw the singles on eBay. Who else can reason with opening a box and justify it loosely like I can? Like it's just a fun thing to do. So I rip a box maybe once, 1 box every new allocation we get. And again, you never expect to get that type of card though. It's just unbelievable still.
Would you say the haters were your motivators that day?
Honestly, man, like my buddy was joking, and he's like, after your Sully, dude, your celebration, he was like, you're like mean mugging the camera. I don't know what that was. I was just like the energy, you know, you black out. You're just like, this is amazing. But I think, you know, maybe there is a little bit of that subconsciously. It's like, hey, you know what? We see you on the coast. We see you guys, but the kids at my shop, the adults that come into my shop, like we know we're bringing the energy, we're bringing the passion every day. And like, you know, we're having fun, and it's nice to put us on the map now. You know, it's like there's a lot of people out there get a lot of attention, but you know, we love cards in the Midwest, particularly in Chicagoland. We have, you know, one of the best shows in the world every couple years. So it's amazing. It's just amazing. And again, I'm on cloud 9 still. So
Now, Mark, a poll like this is, you know, once in a lifetime, and I like to ask this question. Troy likes to ask this question. Where does that rank in your all-time polls?
Easily number 1, just financially, exposure. I mean, it's just nothing compares. I had 2 really fun polls I want to quickly bring up, though, that were the top. And really sentimentally, one of them just takes the cake. I pulled a Luka Doncic auto. Always wanted one. He signs at Lulu. My daughter's name's Lucy. We call her Lulu. So when I pulled that first Luka Doncic auto out of Noir, it was that was a special moment. One where I was speechless, which is, if you can probably guess, that doesn't happen too often. So the other one being, I bought like probably 20 Heritage retail blasters over the pandemic. I believe it was 2020. You know, you're going to Target, buying Heritage, ripping them at home, putting Snapchats up to my friends. This is, again, before I opened the shop. This is what I did. I pulled a Tatis out of 71 from a retail box, a hollow, the throwback. So that was just a fun $500 card you don't expect to get, you know, from a $20 blaster. So yeah, those are probably my 2 favorite pulls outside of the big dog.
That's awesome. I love that. I'm like getting like chills here, just like listening to you. Seriously, like that's not even a joke.
Thank you.
And I got to tell you, the Twitch chat, you can't see it, but the Twitch chat is loving you right now, Mark. I'm not kidding. You're getting so much love here. And we actually have a guy.
Oh, I have to do it for the people, baby. Let's go.
The man of the people. I love this guy.
Man,
you are electric, my friend.
When we pulled the Mac Jones, we gave away Hobby Box and a few other, like, I don't know if they're H2s. You guys, anyone coming to the shop, we sell that Mac Jones. We do it big. We're going to have a fun couple days at the shop for everyone that's come in and supported me the first year.
I think we might have to get out there. I feel like David and I got to be out there for that.
Road trip.
That would be awesome, man. You guys welcome anytime, man.
I appreciate that. So one of our Twitch chatters, Wahoo's his name is, he wants to know, what is your favorite card in your PC?
Favorite card in the PC is so it's definitely was my best card. I didn't even bring it to the shop. I just was like, it's a long-term hold. That and the Lulu are my only 2 in the PC. And then I can tell you a little bit about my other speculative investments. I got 3 guys I get a lot of flack or laughter from, but it's the Joe Burrow Kaboom BGS 9.5 rookie. That is by far my big dog card. And the funny speculative investments. I'm a big Petey Halpin collector, a big James Morgan collector, and then Mick Schumacher. So Mick Schumacher being the blue chip, Petey Halpin and James Morgan, perhaps a few grand down the drains. Help me out, Petey. Help me out, James. We need some help on those ones, but more so for James. He just got cut by the Colts. But yeah, I like to collect. I like the long term wild card investments, and then I just like, you know, blue chips like Joe Burrow Kaboom rookies.
That's awesome. See, you heard the man. Petey, James, just help him. He's not asking for much. Just help him out.
Do better.
Please, just a little bit. Now,
Just a little love.
So I got to know, are you going to be at the National? Are we going to see you at the National?
So, you know, I actually wasn't planning on it because, you know, again, smaller shop, just a lot going on always. And then I was like, I can't really drive. I can't, you know, I'm not setting up. You know, I will tell you this, we'll get to the card, but there's some things in the works. I hopefully can make it to the National. Should I come to the National? What do you guys think? I mean, I was thinking about it, but I just hadn't made any plans to.
Dude, I 100%. I think you should be there.
As the cool kids would say, come through.
Come through. It'll be lit, as the kids would say.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah,
no, that'd be fun.
I was say if you can make it, definitely come hang out with us. Him and I will be there.
Yep, we'll be there.
Oh, amazing. Chop it up a little bit. Yeah, I'd be love to, man. I would love to. It's truly going to be a game time decision in the next couple of weeks, but this definitely changed the trajectory of that. I kind of said I wasn't going to go. Probably it's just too much going on, too expensive. Now it's like, it's a different ball game. I might see you boys in a month.
Well, keep us in the loop because we're going to be doing the show from there, and like, definitely come on with us. Like, we'd love to have you on in person.
Man, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Yeah, we're gonna talk offline about that because I'm pretty sure that's gonna happen.
Yeah, keep in touch with me. Seriously.
Will do, my man. Yeah, I mean, I've been to Atlantic City before. I've never been to the show. I think the last one was 2016, I believe. So, I mean, just to see the show, I've never been to AC for that reason. So that'd probably be the only reason I go back to AC, to be honest with you. But you know, that's a good reason to go. So,
well, Mark, before we let you go, where can we find you on social media? Tell the people, plug your stuff. Where can they follow you? Where can they find you?
I appreciate you guys so much. So I'm Mark's Card Shop, all one word, on Instagram and TikTok. We do have a Facebook page. It's Mark's Card Shop. And then that's pretty much it. We're at 914 Curtis Street in downtown Downers Grove, which might I add, I grew up in a neighboring suburb of Chicago, in Chicagoland area. And Downers Grove is a phenomenal city. They have been so supportive. The community in particular has been amazing with this shop. I can't thank the people of DG enough. That's it. And the surrounding cities, all the people that come to the shop and support. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much.
No, Mark, thank you. Seriously, once again, thank you for coming on. Really appreciate it. Really enjoyed this chat, and good luck with everything surrounding the card and the shop. And, you know, we hope to see you in a month.
Absolutely. And I'll say too, just to cap it off, if anyone's interested in what's going on with the card, I am planning to get it graded. And then I think we're going to go the auction route. So during the national, there could be an interesting ticker. We're all checking our phones and seeing where that thing's at. So more to come on that. More to come on that. Maybe we'll talk about it together at the national, and hopefully it's really high at that point. Maybe we'll see. It's going to be good for the shop if it does.
I'm looking forward to this.
Keep us in the loop.
Awesome, guys. David, Troy, I appreciate you guys so much, man. Thank you.
Appreciate
it. And thanks to everyone tuning in.
All right. Have a good one, Mark.
You guys too, man. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
What a guy.
That was awesome.
Seriously, amazing. Like I can't wait to talk to him the next time already.
I know.
I feel like we could have done a half hour with him.
I just got really excited for national.
That's what I'm saying.
More
I'm
than
pumped.
I already was.
I feel like we could have done 45 minutes with that guy, no problem. He could have just been the third co-host for the whole show via Zoom.
Like Mark would have just been right there. For
That's
the
what I'm
rest of
saying.
the show.
We should maybe look into that. I don't know. We'll talk to Tyler about that. Maybe we could get him in as just like a third special co-host one episode.
He'll talk about the Stanley Cup with us. He'll talk about the NBA with us. Everything. He'll just talk about everything we're talking about. We'll give him a script.
Good segue. We will. We'll send him all the stuff.
He's off on Mondays.
He's off on Mondays.
We'll do it live.
That's it. We're doing it live. Yeah. People were like, oh, yeah, Mark's got me fired up now. He does. Like, I'm ready to go the rest of the day. So we might as well keep it moving, right?
You didn't even need the Red Bull this morning.
I didn't.
You just needed an interview with Mark.
I slammed one, though, because I basically had a nap last night. That's like all of us. We're all running on fumes. Would you know? I'm sweating, too. Look at me. I'm glistening. It's just like, I'm gross.
He's shining in the light.
Anyways, let's get to the highlight reel. Interesting thing I saw on Instagram, or was it Instagram or Twitter? But I want to bring it up. I thought it was a good debate. So basically, I forgot what page it was, but they put up a thing. It was Joey Bosa, Micah Parsons, Myles Garrett, TJ Watt, and they're basically asking, pick one, and who would you want for the rest of their career? And for me, I was like, well, let's tie it into the hobby. Yeah. So if you had to choose one of those guys, who would you take for the rest of their career?
Football-wise or card-wise?
A little bit of, let's say a little bit of both.
Okay, so football-wise, I'd be leaning. I'm a big Myles Garrett guy, but just seeing the way that TJ Watt plays, breaking the record for sacks and everything, football-wise, I'd have to go him. He's just a menace coming off the defensive line. Card-wise, I got to give it to Micah Parsons. He's in Dallas. It's America's team, whatever. But, if he continues the success that he's having from last year and it keeps going forward and, he continues to play in Dallas, he's probably going to be one of the more valuable defensive players that we've seen. So,
yeah. I agree with you on one front. I went TJ Watt all the way.
Okay.
I see what you're saying about Micah, though, because I do feel like in that 2021 class, as a defensive player, kind of contradicting what we were talking about a couple weeks ago about how defensive players are in terms of the card market. Micah does seem to have some interest, and it probably is because he is in the he's in the Dallas market.
Right.
So I get where you're coming from with that for sure. I'm gonna go TJ Watt, just basically, like you said, based on just he's a monster. Yeah. He's been nominated for AP Defensive Player of the Year the last 3 years. Finally came in first this past season. He actually physically won it. Obviously coming off a career year, like you said, breaking the record. I didn't want to compare him to his brother, but I did a little bit. I looked at a little research, and it seems like he's almost at a higher point than his brother was he's going into, he just got off year 5.
Okay.
So he'd be going into year 6. So he looked like he was not by much, but he was still edging JJ Watt a little bit there in terms of, stats.
Right.
But I did look, and I did clip some for Tyler, if he could pull it up. I have some comps here, but, as you can see, these are some autos. These aren't necessarily just like Prism rookies or, refractors or base, but I looked up some autos. Now, obviously, very cheap there, $47, but you got 102. And as I'm looking right now, these must have sold overnight. I clipped these last night. Overnight, we had a TJ Watt auto rookie one out of 50, 115, and then from Immaculate out of 99, $449.
Wow.
So, and obviously Immaculate is your top shelf product, if you will, if you're looking at it from a bar stance. So obviously, it seems like his autos are pretty well sought after. I mean, real quick too, this is a rookie one, PSA 9, $137. And that was, PSA 9, that sold overnight as well, it looks like.
And you know what? I did a little search on TJ Watt myself, and I love the colorful cards.
Yeah.
So I looked. There was a Color Blast, and it was $310. So that was a pricier one, but those Color Blasts are awesome.
Right, super short print stuff. I love the look of the Color Blast too. Was it the Obsidian black Color Blast, or was it the white color? It was the black. Yeah,
Color Blast.
Those definitely look really good. They're super clean looking cards, and so maybe TJ Watt is the exception to that argument we had about defensive players, possibly.
Possibly. I will say about Micah Parsons, I think his value is so high right now because he had such a great season and he was a rookie. And you see with a lot of rookies in their first year, if they put up big numbers, their value skyrockets because everyone wants to get them while they're still young. I looked at Micah Parsons, and he was at the Chantilly card show. I walked right past him.
Didn't even know?
Obliviously.
Had no clue?
Obliviously had no idea. I was walking out, and Tyler looks at me and goes, that was Micah Parsons? I go, huh? No. And I just, put my head down. I was like...
Dude, I'm like that too, though. Like,
you feel shame?
But these guys have their helmets on half the time, so if somebody were to just tell me, hey, that's Micah Parsons, whether it was or not, I'd be like, oh, yeah, sure, that's Micah Parsons.
Yeah. But
I feel like the only players I know with their helmets off are the Bills, just because, we see them in the community so much around here, locally. But, some other players, obviously I know, I could spot Tyreek Hill out, guys like that I can spot out. But if you told me Micah Parsons was standing next to me, I would have been the same as you. I would have walked right by him.
And, going back to Micah Parsons, I actually found a cool card that sold on eBay. It was a 2021 National Treasure. It was a 1-of-1 RPA. It went for $6,300.
From what product was it?
National Treasures.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It was a sweet looking card. Literally 1-of-1 RPA. Just it
Yeah.
The price garnered what the card is.
Also, too, I feel like that's just an interesting note going back to what Doug was telling us. Remember, he was asking, what do you guys think? National Treasures or Flawless?
Right.
And that's an interesting case for National Treasures, the fact that, 101 auto of Micah, $6,000.
Yeah, and then just looking further, there was a Panini Obsidian rookie auto for Parsons out of 199 that sold for $92. Then there was a rookie ticket auto. I love the rookie tickets. The rookie tickets just look awesome with the section, the row, the seat. It's just a personal opinion of mine.
I agree.
And that was like $66, so nothing crazy, but like I said, his value is there for being a rookie, I would say. So going into his second year.
Right. So you choosing Micah though, I'm curious, do you think he's if you pull him, is he a sell immediate situation, or do you think you hang on to it?
See, that's almost like the situation I'm in right now with my Bobby Wood Jr. card that I was telling you. I'm like, do I wait and see if he turns into the next Mike Trout, or do I, sell immediately and get my money, and then in 2 years is he batting 200?
Yeah.
Like, I think if you do hang on to Micah Parsons, it won't hurt you, because I think he has a long and a very elite career ahead of him, more than he already is now. But I mean, like that 1/1 card, if you get a Micah Parsons 1/1 card, you're getting a couple grand in your pocket if you sell it now.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like that's the interesting thing.
Yeah.
I agree with you in the sense where I don't think he's gonna
regress.
Right. Yeah. I don't think he's necessarily gonna regress, but what numbers is he gonna have to put up that's really going to change the value there?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It'd be interesting to see.
Wahoo's brings up a great point in the chat. Cowboys players are like Yankees players. You're always going to get that profit boost.
That is a good point. Yeah, that's well said. Well, yeah, because they're both billed as America's teams,
right,
realistically. So, of course, they end up being the most collectible teams / players in their respective sports.
Right.
So, it'll be interesting to see. Speaking of the chat, real quick, I love this idea by Chelsea Dagger. Mondays with Mark on the Chase. Wahoo's goes, brought to you by Denny's.
What's up, Denny's?
Are we doing we got a new segment, and are we looking for a sponsorship? Because that's what it sounds like to me.
Moon's over my hammy.
Oh. How about the fried cheese melt? Shout out the fried cheese melt. You know that one?
Oh, yeah.
That's late night.
I miss their 2, 4, 6, 8 menu.
We'll get onto that. We'll talk about that more on Wednesday. Like a dunce, I didn't put it in the prompter, but I think we should really quickly talk about what we said at the top of the show. Stanley Cup. Game 6.
Yes.
It's over.
It's over. Pack it up.
The Avs are your 2021-2022 NHL Stanley Cup champions.
Going back to Game 5, were you at least a little nervous thinking this could go to a Game 7?
Yes. I'll be honest with you. Yes.
Right. So we were in the lobby watching Game 5, and literally as soon as the Lightning won, Tyler said it, and I also thought it. This is going to Game 7.
Yeah.
We thought, okay, they're going back to Tampa. Tampa wins it.
Yeah.
But hey, shout out to the Avs taking it in 6.
And it was a tight game too. Like I told Tyler, I was helping him cut the highlights earlier. I'm like, there's only 3 goals.
Right.
It was a tight game, and honestly impressive, because I want to say, let's look here. So they scored that second one late in the second.
Yeah.
That means there was a whole period of no scoring. That whole third period, nothing. And I was watching AEW New Japan put on Forbidden Door last night. I got to get that in there. I know it's sports entertainment. No, don't give me that noise, Tyler. Don't give me that. Because you know what? There are plenty of wrestling fans in the chat. I'm not going to go off on a tangent here. I'm gonna simmer down.
The Red Bull's showing now.
Compose yourself. But yeah, he was saying that at one point, Tampa only had like 2 shots in that period.
Yeah, the Avs were suffocating. Like they didn't give Tampa a shot at anything, and it was just crazy to see. Card wise, remember we were talking about Cale Makar's value.
Conn Smythe.
Stonks
are going up on Cale. Yeah, because I think I saw he won the Conn Smythe.
Yep.
And I believe he ended with 29 points. in the entire playoffs. I
Yeah,
believe.
and he had 7 points in the cup.
Yeah.
So
I mean, well deserved for sure. And actually too, if you follow us on Instagram at DA Card World, I did see one of the breakers. I'm not sure if it was Pete, Steve, or Jersey John pulled the Cal McCarr RPA out of Stature, out of 9. Meerkat posted that, and it was a beautiful looking card. So
yeah, I saw
congrats to whoever got that in the group break or personal break. And I got to imagine there's some buku bucks coming your way with that one if you decide to sell it.
Heck yeah.
Chelsea Dagger makes a good point here. Tampa, great team. Vinnick is a great owner, but Avs were just phenomenal this year.
I think it's awesome that I can say I seen the Avs play in person this year.
Yeah, I can't say the same. But you know what? It'll be interesting with their cap and what moves they end up making next year if they can at least, keep the core together. Meerkat says that was a Jersey John banger. So real quick, last thing on the Stanley Cup, and then we'll move on. We'll kind of progress the show here. A guy who didn't even play in Game 6. Little oopsies. Ty, can you show that real quick? Yeah, watch this. And dented the cup. Not a big See, now that's where that sounded appropriate. Yeah.
That was warranted.
That was warranted.
Sorry, I was early.
You know what? There is a joke there, but I cannot make it on this program because it is family friendly. All right?
Rated G.
Rated G.
For good.
For good. General audience. All right, I'm going to rip through this real quick because then I got one last thing I want to do. So we're going to get into this week's wax. It's Monday. We're going to show you what's coming out on Wednesday and Friday. First up, 2021 Topps Chrome Platinum Anniversary Baseball. Baseball. To the diamond, 1 Chrome autograph per box. Look for rare color parallels. There's 1 X-Fractor parallel per box. And interesting enough, for this, if you take a look at the screen, Topps is what they're calling rejuvenating the 1952 Topps design for this, which everybody knows that's probably one of the most legendary collections in all of baseball. Obviously with the Hoyt Wilhelm, the Mickey Mantle. We actually have a piece on that on our YouTube about the complete set that Reed bought. So definitely check that out if you're interested.
Love the classic looks.
Yeah, no, it looks great. And obviously my man Griffey Jr. there, my favorite player, the kid. Right there, you can see with Mookie, one of my other favorite players, even though I'd like to see him in a Red Sox jersey. But next up, we have 2020-2021 Panini Soccer. This is Chronicles. Now you're looking for 3 autographs or memorabilia per box, so that's an on-average situation there. 9 parallels, Contenders Optic rookie tickets, which we just got done talking about on the football side of things. Look for those. And also collect Prism, Certified, and Spectra brands. So for those who may not be familiar with Chronicles, it's kind of like a wrap-up of the year where you're getting all of Panini's products in one. So like that's why you're going to see Prism cards. You're going to see Spectra cards you can see on the screen. Also rookie tickets in there, Origins. So kind of all of their products kind of mixed into one. And obviously it's nice that they're bringing it to soccer as well.
Right.
This one's exciting to me. I believe this one and the next one the first 2 were on Wednesday. Last 2 here I think are going to be on July 1st, which is Friday. This is Chronicles Draft Picks Football. So exciting because this is your Panini first look at this year's draft class. So Kenny Pickett, Wilson, Olave, guys like that. 3 autographs per box, 1 memorabilia per box. So 4 hits in total, really nice there. And then 12 Opti Chrome cards per box. For my own sake, Ty, I was going to say, can you show me? Because I haven't had a chance to look too, but obviously these look gorgeous in my opinion.
Sweet.
Same type of deal though. You'll notice there's college ticket. There's a Spectra card. Look at that patch auto that was on the select. Yeah, there's that patch auto. I think that's impeccable. I mean, just like I said, just gorgeous looking cards, honestly. So I'm really looking forward to that.
That Moxie card was pretty sweet too.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting. Obviously, you see the rated rookies in there too. So just quite the spectrum of what you can get. No pun intended, really there. And last but not least, we have 2022 Panini Select UFC. 2 autographs per box, 1 memorabilia per box. Also, 12 Prism parallels per box. And you're going to be chasing the Octagon side silver prisms. So we are awaiting the release of WWE Select. We just had Baseball Select release last week. So now this week we're going to get the UFC. Obviously, very chaseable there. The rainbow, people love doing that, is chasing the different colors of their favorite fighters in this case. I think did I see a Khabib card? I'm sorry, could you go back? I apologize.
Yeah, I thought that was a Khabib.
Yeah, that's a nice Khabib auto there. I think, too, that's Adesanya on the left. So, obviously, Select is always good-looking cards, too. Clean, like a clean look to them. I love the chrome finish, obviously. Patty, I saw on the first slide, there was Patty the Baddie rookie. Who's tired, little guy? He's tired. He's just yawning. All right, that's going to do it, though, for this week's Wax. So keep an eye out. We'll obviously keep you updated throughout the week if, things get pushed back or anything like that sort. We'll definitely have some Wednesday releases for you, what's coming out on the shelves that day. Now, last but not least, thanks to social media manager Meerkat for this question. We want to bring back question of the day. We haven't done it since the first episode.
Literally, first episode.
So, Tyler, could you pop up our question of the day? If you were at a game, who would you want to see throw the first pitch?
50 Cent. No, I don't know.
Who is it for you? I'm curious because you said you had to really think about this.
Okay, so there's a couple things. One, it depends on the city. So, I don't know if it's like Buffalo, and you're at a Bison's game, or like the Blue Jays when they were here, you'd want to see Josh Allen throw the first pitch because he would garner a huge ovation.
Mm-hmm.
That's just so depending on the city. Two, I was thinking deep about this. I almost wish it would be someone like I don't like. So if they bounce it, I can just boo them and just laugh and enjoy. So on that note, Tom Brady.
That's a very interesting way of looking at it.
I thought long and hard about that one.
I actually love that, honestly.
Because, I mean, seriously, if there's a guy, even if it's like an actor or something that's just throwing out the first pitch and you don't like their movies, they bounce it, you get a chuckle, you can boo them, like, it's nice.
So you're saying, like, for me, I should be saying that I want Amy Schumer to throw out the first pitch.
I guess so.
Because she's definitely not funny. So I would get enjoyment out of her just absolutely tossing a ball, like, Oh, is that for Schumer? Yeah, because she's not funny. I'm just being honest.
I will say, Tom Hanks threw out the first pitch in Cleveland, like opening day, and that was pretty cool. He brought out Wilson, the volleyball.
Yes.
That was cool, but I like Tom Hanks. So
I'm a Tom Hanks guy, too. I don't hate him. I'm trying to think. Who would I want to throw out the first pitch?
I have a third one.
Oh, all right.
Sorry.
Fully loaded over here. Go on.
I looked at the rundown, and I'm like, man, this got me thinking. But my ultimate favorite first pitches that I've ever seen, I haven't seen one in person, but I've seen it on Instagram. Like, you ever see a kid go out, throw the first pitch, and there's like a catcher with the mask on. You can't really see who they are. They're in jersey. And then, like, they throw the first pitch, and then the catcher pulls the mask up, and it's like the kid's dad or mom. And
basically the things that'll make you cry.
Yes.
Yeah, pull at the heartstrings.
Yes.
Understood.
So something like that.
You'd want something like that?
Those are cool. Because you get to see, like,
It's funny that you mentioned Tom Hanks and then said something about you wanting to go to a baseball game and seeing something that made you cry, because if anybody remembers A League of Their Own, Tom Hanks goes, there's no crying in baseball.
True. But you got to be romantic about baseball.
We could cry if we want to.
Exactly. We'll do it live.
We're going to do it live. I had somebody in my head, and now I totally lost it because I had that Tom Hanks reference. Who did I say?
Ken Griffey Jr.?
No, that's who the heck was it? I don't know. It'll come back to me. Don't worry about it. I'll just if it comes to me, I'll just shout it out. I'll blur it out. But
I think it's cool when like football players come and throw the first pitch, like football players who played baseball. Like, do you remember a few years back? Do you remember a few years back Colin Kaepernick threw the first pitch at a Giants game and threw it like 91 miles per hour?
Yeah, he threw cheese.
Yeah.
He threw high gas.
Yeah, like that's cool to see a dude just throw cheddar right down the middle, first pitch. Gets you amped, gets you wanting to eat hot dogs, hot dogs, couple
we're almost there.
Couple of wobbly pops, gets you ready for baseball. So
wow, we will. All right, so as you can see on the screen, we got some answers from our Instagram. My Sports Collector says Betty White. I thought that was pretty good. Where's he going? Where are you going?
Wow.
50 Cent is the only correct answer from ZQ Cards. I love that because I had to explain the story this morning that 50 Cent may have had the worst first pitch of all time. Aoki, yeah, his might have been worse. The original Cardi B card shop said Tiger Woods.
Not bad.
And I think there was one more. I liked this one from Moosey. I thought this was funny. King Arthur. He may have gathered the most chivalrous men in the Brits, but can he throw upper 90 down the pipes?
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know. You tell me. Let's all hop in a time machine and go find King Arthur, and let's see if he could really play ball. But we've actually got some in the chat that I want to read because I was kind of looking over out of my periffs here. Wahoo says Danny McBride in full Kenny Powers character. Agreed. Chelsea Dagger. Jay and Silent Bob. I like this one. Tone says Kevin Costner. It just makes sense. Feel the dreams.
Feel the dreams. Yep.
If you build it, they will come. I love the DA. Oh, this is DA. I don't know. This must be Meerkat. I don't know who did this, but it said Danny. Was it Sean? Sean says Danny DeVito.
Love Danny DeVito.
Dave Chappelle. That's a good one.
Upside down 50 Cent from the Super Bowl. That's Meerkat. Now that is a good one.
I like that. Yeah, he probably would have threw a strike in that point.
Probably would have threw it better.
He probably would have threw a better ball there. And then T-Pucks, Mick Jagger. Mick Jagger. I swear, though, if he throws, his arm may just disintegrate or something. Mick Jagger. Or he might just, like, throw his arm out.
Can't always get what you want.
But if you try sometimes,
you just might find. You get what you need.
Oh,
yes.
Tyler
P. always on it.
Tyler P. right there. Listen to us. So we're wrapping up the show. Hey, he's been teasing it all show about the hot dogs, or like I like to call them, hat dags. The hot dogs.
Do the honor.
So shout out to our man Meerkat. He'll always be number one in our hearts. Yesterday, he was in a hot dog eating contest. Unfortunately, did not come in first, but that's not what's important. It's the important part that he got up there and he did it, and he ate 4 glizzies, and I'm proud of him.
4.5.
4.5, and I'm proud of him, damn it. Because you know what? The setback, or no, what is it? The comeback is always greater than the setback. The comeback is always greater than the setback, and that's what's going to happen.
Yep.
Next year, he's taking that crown, ladies and gentlemen.
Joey Chestnut, be on your toes. Meerkat's coming.
You ain't got nothing on Meerkat. You hear me?
The next Kobayashi is here in this studio. Meerkat.
Maybe next year maybe 4th of July or like the week after that, we'll have him on, and I just want to see him just down some glizzies like Matt Stoney or Joey Chestnut. Right?
Yes.
Oh,
the chase.
There you go. Wahoo's. Hey, Meerkat. Wahoo says next year you're doing 7. That's it, baby. Yep. Meerkat gave a thumbs up. So make sure you are continuing to follow, subscribe, and comment to us across all platforms on our Instagram, on our Twitter, our YouTube, Twitch, everything. Please take a look at the chase. Keep watching. Keep commenting. Let us know what you think about the show. Let us know what you'd like to see on the show. And don't forget, too, the chase is also now available on Apple and on Spotify as a podcast. So if you can't be with us live on Twitch at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, you can go check it out later on Apple or while you're in the car.
Call us Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. 305. People. Anyways, Jersey John is coming up next on Twitch. Make sure you're sticking around to watch him. And then Pete is going to be on later tonight. That's all the time we have for today.
Don't forget to get into our giveaway.
Oh, yes. Remember, Denny's.
What's up, Denny's?
It's all about the chase, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you Wednesday.